heavily pregnant, Amanda cried bitterly, her voice breaking as she clutched her round belly tightly. The tall man wore a tattered brown coat, his beard rough and his old bag heavy. He stood calm, gave a small, sharp smile, and said his name was Johnathan quietly. Cameras outside the gate captured everything, while a drone hummed loudly overhead that morning. Guards shifted nervously, unsure what to do, as Amanda took one shaky step backward. Her lips trembled, tears falling fast, and she whispered words that spread across Lagos. "He can't be the father of my baby," she said, voice cracking with deep denial. Before this day, people believed Amanda could achieve anything she truly desired in life. After losing her parents and her ex-husband's betrayal, she rose to become Billionaire CEO. At 35, she led Manda Group, driving black quiet cars and wearing powerful shoes. Her eyes were sharp always, trusting no man, seeing love only as a dangerous trap. Control felt like safety to her, so pride became her strongest shield against pain. Months earlier, Johnathan appeared at her gate, thin and dusty, begging for small help. A staff member took pity and let him enter the compound that quiet afternoon. "Please, madam," he said softly, "just a plate of food or any small job." He explained he was once a bank manager who lost everything to false accusations. Prison took his freedom, then his wife sold their house and car without remorse. DNA proved the twins he raised belonged to his own best friend instead. Now homeless, he begged for any work, cleaner, driver, gardener, anything at all. Amanda listened coldly by her Bentley, holding a water bottle, face like hard stone. She watched him carefully, finding his story weak and unworthy of her respect. When he finished speaking, she poured the remaining cold water over his head. Water ran down his face and beard, but he closed eyes and stood still. "Get out of my compound now," she ordered, voice sharp and full of disdain. "Don't ever come back here," she added, eyes flashing with anger and pride. Her chief security Nelson clicked fingers, and 2 guards stepped forward quickly. Johnathan wiped his face slowly with his hand, then raised his head steadily. "I thought you were human," he said low, "but maybe you are only stone. Remember this moment always," he warned, "because humiliation can return one day." Nelson ordered guards to throw him out, and the heavy gate closed firmly. That day passed quickly, but soon unexpected trouble struck Amanda's business empire hard. A $50 million contract collapsed suddenly, partners sending cold email late at night. She felt the loss deeply, eyes red, and drove alone into town wearing dark glasses. She stopped at a noisy bar with neon lights, though she disliked such places. Pain pushed her inside, where she sat alone and drank more than ever before. When she tried to leave, the world spun, and her car key slipped away. A man stepped from shadows, picked up the key, and spoke gently to her. "Careful, madam," he said, smelling of rain, dust, and simple clean soap. Amanda blinked heavily, recognizing him as Johnathan from her gate that day. "You can't drive like this," he said gently, offering to take her home safely. Pride fought inside her, but dizziness won, and she let him help her. He guided her to the car, placed her in the back seat carefully. He drove through Lagos night, past billboards, hawkers, buses, and tired traffic lights. At the mansion, guards tensed, recognizing the man Madam once ordered thrown out. "Leave him," Amanda mumbled from the back, head heavy and voice unclear. Johnathan carried her up the steps, her perfume soft in the cool air. He laid her on the bed gently, then stepped back with hands raised. "I will go now," he said quietly, ready to leave the silent room. But Amanda's fingers caught his shirt, her glassy eyes pleading in the darkness. "Don't go," she whispered urgently. "Please stay with me tonight." The house grew silent, only generator humming outside in the warm night. Nelson waited in corridor, unsure, staring at wall, door, then his own shoes. By sunrise, Johnathan was gone, leaving Amanda with no memory of the night. Weeks passed, work consumed her, but she felt tired and skipped important meetings. Her period never came, and tests confirmed she was 4 months pregnant already. She laughed first, then screamed inside when reality hit her like a storm. Months flew, belly grew round, and the world noticed her changing body shape. Blogs posted headlines asking who was the father of the billionaire's baby. Cameras waited outside gates, staff whispered, shareholders asked careful questions quietly. Amanda sat alone many nights, hand on belly, searching foggy memories desperately. She called Nelson to the sitting room, curtains drawn, voice gentle but eyes fierce. "Did I bring anyone home 8 months ago?" she asked him carefully. Nelson nodded slowly, admitting Johnathan had brought her home that drunken night. He carried her upstairs, stayed briefly, then left before the morning light. Memory flashed back suddenly, hand on shirt, whisper, door closing softly behind. Tears rolled fast as shame and truth crashed together inside her chest. "Find him," she ordered Nelson. "Please bring Johnathan to me now." Nelson searched streets, bridges, bars, and church shelters until he found him. By noon, Johnathan walked into the compound again, coat tattered, bag still old. Amanda came out in rich Ankara gown, belly full under morning bright sun. "Say it's not true," she pleaded, voice tight, hands shaking badly. "Tell me you didn't take advantage of me that night," she cried softly. Johnathan smiled small and sharp, pain and tenderness crossing his tired face. "Or maybe you held me because you wanted a child," he said slowly. "We both know why your belly is full now," he added calmly. Her fingers spread on stomach, tears gathering as truth hit her hard. "No," she whispered desperately, "he can't be the father of my baby." Reporters outside clicked cameras fast, drone filming the emotional compound scene. Nelson stepped forward unsure, while Johnathan turned as if ready to leave. "I told you humiliation returns," he said without looking back at her. "When ready to talk like human, call me for our baby," he added. Gate began swinging open when black SUV screeched, reporters jumping out, shouting. Guards pushed crowd back, but Lagos reporters returned like relentless ocean waves. "Billionaire CEO pregnant for homeless man," voices shouted loudly outside the gate. Amanda froze on steps, hands on belly, pride forcing her to stand tall. Johnathan did not flinch, lips twitching into small smirk amid the chaos. "Tell them it's not true," Amanda whispered sharply, voice cracking with fear. "Why lie?" Johnathan asked softly. "Truth always finds its own way out." Gate shook hard as someone slammed it, drone flying higher for better shots. Footage spread fast on social media, hashtags rising like thick smoke everywhere. Amanda stumbled inside mansion, dropping onto velvet chair, wiping angry tears away. "This cannot be my story," she hissed, hands trembling despite strong words. Johnathan sat calmly outside on pavement, back against wall, reading worn Bible. Reporters screamed his name, but he answered none, staying quiet and steady. That night Amanda paced room, silk gown brushing carpet, replaying bar memories. By 2 a.m., she called Nelson to bring Johnathan inside the house. Soon Johnathan stood in glittering sitting room, chandeliers shining above them brightly. "Why didn't you leave me that night?" Amanda demanded, arms folded tight. "Because I saw a broken woman under diamonds," Johnathan answered steadily and gently. "I couldn't let you crash and die," he explained with quiet conviction. Amanda's chest rose fast, tears slipping despite her effort to hold back. "You think I wanted this child and scandal," she whispered painfully. "Maybe God chose foolish thing to humble the mighty," Johnathan replied calmly. Words struck hard, shame and anger mixing as she turned face away. Nelson rushed in, announcing press waiting all night and board emergency meeting. Amanda gripped Johnathan's arm suddenly, nails digging into his sleeve desperately. "You must come with me tomorrow and stand beside me," she pleaded. Johnathan smiled slow and unreadable, seeing mighty Amanda now needing him. "Yes," she admitted, voice breaking. "I need you badly right now, then be ready to pay the price." He whispered close to her ear. Reporters somehow entered compound, cameras catching her clutching Johnathan's arm tightly. Chants began outside. "Billionaire and the beggar," repeated over and over. Next morning at headquarters, camera shutters exploded as Amanda entered lobby. She wore fitted black suit, hugging belly, hair in bun, chin high. Johnathan walked behind, beard trimmed, hair neat, wearing simple shirt and trousers. Boardroom whispers stopped when Amanda entered with Johnathan close behind her. Chief Adderwall asked directly if she carried child of homeless man. Johnathan stepped forward, introduced himself as former bank manager, now homeless. "Yes, she carries my child," he confirmed boldly to shocked board members. Chief warned company could crumble from scandal and investor flight soon. Amanda declared company built by her hands would not fall from truth. Johnathan spoke of skills not vanishing despite loss of house and status. He called childproof, humanity stronger than pride, urging board acceptance. Young man burst in angrily, demanding Amanda's immediate removal from leadership. He revealed himself as Michael Adderwall, son of chairman, seeking power. Johnathan stepped between, warning Michael not to touch or harm Amanda. Michael dropped bomb. Leaked DNA results suggest another possible father exists. Amanda grabbed tabloid, reading uncertain paternity claim with frantic, fearful eyes. Johnathan demanded certified documents, calling it gossip fed by ambitious men. Chief adjourned meeting, demanding real proof brought forward next week. Outside, reporters shouted questions about father and leaked DNA results. In SUV, Amanda whispered fearfully about how anyone accessed medical files. Nelson mentioned only assistant and doctor had access to private records. Hospital called urgently. Doctor confessed Michael forced her to alter report. Johnathan is the father, no other. Doctor confirmed tearfully under pressure. Michael stormed in with court order for public DNA test tomorrow. Good, Johnathan said calmly. Let world see undeniable truth at last. Morning of test. Courthouse steps swarmed with cameras and excited crowds. Amanda wore simple white gown. Johnathan in navy blue cape beside her. Inside packed courtroom, judge ordered blood samples for fast-tracked results. Hours waited in lounge. Amanda crying silently. Johnathan reading Bible calmly. Why so calm? She whispered, amazed at his steady, unshaken faith. Because truth does not shake, it only waits, he answered softly. Judge announced results. 99.9% certainty. Johnathan is the father, confirmed. Room exploded with gasps, shouts, flashes. Michael accusing setup angrily. Judge silenced him, declaring matter settled, results clear and final. Amanda turned to Johnathan, tears flowing, placing hand in his outstretched one. Humiliation returned, but so did grace. He said softly to her. Outside, narrative shifted from mockery to respect for truth and redemption. 2 weeks later, Amanda held press conference, hand intertwined with Johnathan's. She admitted pride caged her heart, but love and forgiveness freed her. Applause thundered as she declared humbled by truth and new life. Week later, Amanda knelt before Johnathan, offering gold ring in apology. Forgive my humiliation, she begged, tears streaming down her face. Johnathan knelt too, offering his mother's silver ring with gentle smile. Will you be my wife? He asked, speaking of broken souls, healing. She burst into tears, nodding yes, embracing him tightly at last. The wedding was grand and public, cathedral filled with roses and guests. Amanda walked aisle proudly, belly visible, radiating truth over old shame. They exchanged vows and rings, kissing as applause filled the cathedral. Month later, healthy baby boy Williams was born in private hospital. Johnathan held son, tears falling, whispering this was life restored fully. Years passed. Johnathan became CFO, company stronger than ever before. Williams grew sharp and kind, later joining family business with honors. At night, Amanda watched Johnathan and son in garden, heart full. On Williams' wedding day, Amanda and Johnathan walked him down aisle. When twins Juliet and Juliana arrived, grandparents held them with tears. Life came full circle. Humiliation turned to grace, pride to love. House once empty now filled with laughter, forgiveness, and deep joy. It's moralistic without being preachy. Pride goeth before a fall, but truth and humanity win in the end. What inspired you to share it favorite part, or want a sequel idea?